was a total of 35 suspects. These suspects are persons who have been clearly, evidentially linked with different cases ranging from armed robbery to kidnapping to cattle rustling, car theft, unlawful possession of weapons, and other sundry offenses. A total of 4 AK-47 rifles, 361 rounds of live AK-47 ammunition, and 5 other weapons of different makes were recovered from these different gangs. We also recovered from one of the gangs an anti-tracking device. This is the second time we are recovering a jammer or an anti-tracking device from established car theft syndicate. In the particular case where the anti-tracking device was recovered, we discovered that one suspect who is still currently Alhaji Garba, a citizen of Niger Republic, had actually procured some Nigerians, provided them with this jammer or this anti-tracking device, and commissioned them to go on a car stealing spree. As you will see later during your interaction with the suspects, a total of well over 30 cars of different makes, majorly Toyota products and Honda products, have been stolen by this syndicate. Our operatives from IRT have successfully recovered 18 out of these vehicles. We also have here a very disturbing and pathetic case involving the kidnap of one Job Ekpo Jonathan. Job Ekpo Jonathan is a dispatch rider with Glory Master Logistics. They major largely in the distribution of Forever Living products. Job was detailed by his company to go and deliver Forever Living products to someone who had ostensibly ordered for these products online. Job first of all rode his bike to Ikorodu, and eventually he was directed to proceed to Shagamu, not knowing that he was walking into a kidnapper's den. On arriving at the location, which turned out to be a church, Job was, not only did they collect the Forever Living products, they immediately took Job hostage. This gang is led by Pastor Adetokunbo Adenokbo, 52 years old man of God, who is the pastor and the general overseer of New Life Church of God, located at Lukosi town in Shagamu local government area. The pastor had built a beautiful underground cabin within his church premises, and that was where Job was held throughout the period he was in their captivity. When Job was taken hostage and he began to struggle, the pastor, who clearly is neither a doctor, nor a nurse, nor a certified health worker, administered an anesthesia forcefully on Job, a product known as ketamine was injected onto Job's body, and Job went into unconsciousness. Other members of the gang who actively participated in that operation are Chigozie William, 22 years of age, from Umuahia North local government area in Abia State; Linus Ugoji, 30 years of age, from Ezinifite, Ezinifite community in Imo State; Emmanuel Chris, 27 years of age, from Aniri local government area of Imo State. It is a highly diversified gang with membership spreading different states of the Federation. We will give you opportunity to interact with them. But before we start the interaction, we also have another four-man gang that is also specialized in taking citizens hostage. They are established kidnappers that are operating within the southeastern part of the country. The syndicate is led by Udo Diri Brai Chikezie, alias Ability, 27 years of age, from Ezike in Osochara Autonomous Community in Yaisi Alambano local government area of Imo State. Udo Diri Brai Chikezie, alias Ability, a South Africa returnee, has 3 other members in his gang. Started out his kidnapping operations in 2018 and had carried out well over 10 different kidnap operations successfully. 4 citizens murdered by this syndicate, one of them personally killed by Ability himself. When police, particularly operatives from the IRT, began a manhunt for Ability, he temporarily relocated to Togo. That was in 2019, only for him to resurface in the early part of this year and continue the same operation. And this offered us the opportunity to actually eventually arrest him. Other members of his gang include Chibike Sunday, alias Awuf. He is from Arondi Zog, in Imo State. Another one is Ekuru Shedrack, alias Escobar. He's also from Arondi Zone. While Chibike Sunday is age 28, Ekuru Shedrack is age 26. And then, of course, the last but not the least is Chiemeli Igwe, alias For Real. He's age 30 and he's from Olu Axis in Imo State. We will give you an opportunity to interact with them. But before then, I will also introduce to you another case, another gang of kidnappers led by Musa Umar. Musa Umar carries out, and his gang carries out most of the operations. Musa Umar and his gang carry out most of the operations around Katsina Axis. He is the chief butcher of his gang, and as a matter of fact, has told us that he has killed about 5 persons. And usually he doesn't like to kill with guns, he likes to kill with machetes. At this juncture, may I bring out this syndicate one after the other so you can interact with them. We are starting with the case of the pastor. The victim is also here and he is ready to speak to the media. He has elected voluntarily to speak to the media.
From Benue State. I work with Glorious Master Logistics, who distribute Forever Living product. I'm a dispatch in that company.
What's this?
One other item that which I went to deliver the item to in Ikorodu.
What's this? Do you remember the date? When?
On the 17th of July, around 4 p.m. So on my getting to Ikorodu, I called the man. The address he gave to me is no longer there. He told me that he's another way, somewhere in NNPC. And I went there, I called him. He said he ordered one of his boys to come and pick me. When the boy came to me and he called my line, because I didn't know the boy, he doesn't know me. He called me, I picked my call. Immediately I saw the boy, I waved my hand, the brother saw me. He walked towards me. And he came, he said that the pastor said I should bring me to his place. I said, okay. He now entered my bike. I drove him to the particular place where pastor was. He ordered me to enter inside the premises. I went inside the office. They now asked me to drop the item on the table. I dropped the item on the table. On my lifting of my head from where I bent down to drop the item, they held me with the rope, the wire on my throat. I now struggle and fight, struggle with them. So it gets to a point, I was about to escape. He rushed me again, and he held me down again. That is how the pastor now injected me. and I fell unconscious. That is how they got me and tied me, took me to one hole which is called underground. I doesn't ever experience such of things before. All this happened when you took me to that place. I doesn't know anything. When they took me there, they selected all my eyes, my face, my mouth, my nose, all my head round. And when you took me into that underground, he now cut up the selective from my nose and my face so that I can able to breathe and see. They now asked me whether I could see. I said, yes, I could see. That is how they left me. About 5 days, according to them, because me, I doesn't know anything that going on again. About 5 days, they came back to me again. I was crying for water, begging them for water. They asked me whether I would drink water. I said yes. They give me one sachet of pure water. The one called pastor put the water in my mouth because I was bound with rope, with chain. I now drank the water. They give me one bottle of mineral. I drank half of the water. The mineral. They took the remaining one away from my hand. And I took it away. So I was there. Like 3 days later, they came again and brought a food for me. Gari with sugar with beans. I ate. The one called pastor now asked me, the next food that they will bring for me, what do I want? I said, to avoid toilet, I said, I want anything light, something light in my stomach so that I will not go toilet always. They said we should bring gari and bread with beans. I said, yes, if they can be able to afford that, I will manage it. They brought it for me, and I ate it. So I was there. After 3 days later, they came with fufu. After other 3 days, they came with gari again. So one day, and now I was there, I doesn't know anything. That some group of men come into the very place I lined down. They told me that there were policemen. I turned back and looked at them. I started crying. I told them that we are not a policeman. How can a policeman find me into this place? That we are the group member of those people that kidnapped me. You are coming here to kill me. They said no. They said they were policemen. I said okay. How can I know that you are a police officer? I asked one of them. They said I should not be worried that they are police officer. I said okay. They looked the gate, the iron, the burglary they used to block me there. The one mighty padlock on that burglary. Then the policeman asked me, said to me that let him went out again and brought the key to open the padlock. I said that is funny. I said it to myself after they went away. I said, how can someone, I said it within myself, someone call himself police officer. You came to rescue me and you are now telling me that you are going outside to bring key again. Do you keep key there? I said it within myself. Sir, I lying down again back to where I lying. In the next 30 minutes again, the stick enter into that underground again. They came to me, like play, like joke. They opened the padlock. They came inside. They now held me. They untied my hand. They now drag me from that inside of that underground. Come closer to themselves. They now see the rope, other rope bind round about my leg. That is how they drag me from there out and bring me outside. Before coming outside, I see those one kidnapping me lying in the floor. That is how I took believe that it's a police officer that rescued me. That is how it happens, sir.
And those are also part of the things they use in binding him. The funny thing here is that as it's actually to raise money to expand his charity so that he can give free food to people, palliatives to people, buy ram for Ilea for people. And then we begin to wonder, this is a classical case of robbing Peter to pay Paul. But he will be talking to you now. Pastor, please remove.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Adetukumbo Adenopo, 52 years old. I'm 22 years in ministry now. Back in 2014, I was also ordained a pastor, a resident pastor in Living Faith Chapel, which I have resigned to start my ministry because I was not having free will to do the charity I'm doing in my own present ministry now. Some other thing, no, okay. That is, I was actually ordained pastor by Bishop Abaremu. That is about some 20 something of us then, I don't know, in Ibadan. That is in 2014. In my church, we do this charity which I share foods and palliatives to people. And this thing became stronger during the COVID-19. I felt so pity to the extent I don't have anything in my account, and people still come to me for help. So I have this underground which I have dug some time back when I was attacked by this Jagungbale in some many years ago, which the matter is in court, which I was, my neck was broken. I was in loot for some time with nails on my head, which is in the High Court of Ogun State for attempted murder. So I needed a place for escape in case of any further attack. And because of it, I've been having some boys also around me for security reasons. I direct the design of the underground like a underground room, and I've used it on a few occasions when there is situation of threat, and they believe I disappear. So I like the idea of that underground, and it's close to my office. I actually dug that underground when I was using that place as a resident. The place we are using as a church now was my parlor, and the place close to that underground, which has the toilet by the side, was my room. So now when the ministry came up and we needed somewhere decent, we were using that place. Then a few weeks ago, we were short of funds. And the idea of doing something during the Ilea, not looking, because I don't look at mostly Christians alone. I do anybody that comes to me. So the idea of me doing something for Ilea so that we can get some bags of rice, beans, and gari, and palm oil. Maybe if they have gone there, they will still see a lot of them on ground there, which we share remaining. So then probably with a ram, which we can cut as small as it is, any person that we can give, they must be poor. So that was why we now thought about the idea of why not getting money from these rich companies and then raise money from it, then we use it to buy this thing. That money could actually start this project. One thing you have not been informed also is that I also designed a kind of website so that when these projects are going on, people can take it. It's called Pure Art. No, we are not the owners of the gun. We didn't use gun. Okay, then the three gentlemen here, they actually needed assistance from different places. This gentleman, Ima, came in from Abeokuta, who was having housing challenge and feeding well. He didn't have a job. So we got him a job. he was working. Then Brother Linus too was working with him. Okay. Okay, so the three of us actually was involved in the kidnap. Face up, what? So the three of us were involved in the, all of us were involved in the kidnap with the hope of raising fund and getting something before the layer.
Okay, now listen. When eventually the man was brought in and you were sleeping with him, who gave
I injected him.
injection?
I gave him ketamine injection because the man was struggling and I didn't want him to be um, um, injured, because I must confess to you, anything could have happened during the struggling. So I went in there. Is this injection I used to inject these animals and everything, which I know paralyzes them. I put it in egg to catch snakes. So I quickly went to get it and inject his foot to stop him from struggling.
Also have that stethoscope.
Yes, sir. If you know, in Winners, we do this medical outreach. So when I started my ministry, I was interested because my main target is welfare. So I was interested. Winners is not involved in this by any means. What you see there was my own portion from the medical outreach when I was in Winners. It was always hanged in my office there with Bishop Yeteko's photo. It has nothing to do with Winners. So when this man came in, before the man, I used it to check people's health. When I want to help people in treatment, I used to get there. So when he came in, I used the stethoscope to go and check his health. And I went there. On the two occasions I went there, I asked of his health. He told me his health. I checked him. He told me he was feeling some pain. I said, okay. I said, what else did you need? So I went out and get painkillers, these painkillers in packet, which they sell 400 and something with, again, please remember me of that antibiotic. Bisham, okay. Bisham from the pharmacies. So I got these things.
A doctor or a nurse?
Yeah.
All right.
My name is Chigozie William. I'm from Abia State, Omaya North, and I'm 22 years. So I was employed to the pastor's church as a compound security every night. So the pastor invited the delivery man to deliver drugs for him. On the line, the pastor said that he wants to collect money from the company to buy bags of rice and other things for the layer, which I supported him. And I asked him a question that how long is the man going to stay? He said after this month, if there is no money bring out, that will release the man. And I supported him too. So when the man came, we tried to bring the man down. We paid the man down, and pastor injected him. When pastor injected him, he gave us instruction to take the man to the underground, and it's called special guest house. That's what the pastor do call the place. So we took the man there and left the man there. We do feed the man every morning and night. That's the pastor's instruction. We should feed the man every morning before closing. The night when we resume work, we feed him. And when we want to feed him, we untie him. He will eat and rest before we tie him back. Till the police arrested me and asked me to take them to where the victim was kept, which I did. I took them to the church. At the pulpit there was underground. So which I took them there, and the man was released. I've been working with the man since 7th of this month. So the delivery man was caught on 17th of this month. We keep the man there for 9 days, including the day the police arrested us, making 10 days. We only the pastor, we made arrangements for ₦1 million, and we told the pastor that it's too much. The pastor said that the delivery man is a poor man, I have no money. So 500,000 for the man and 500,000 for the occasion.
Thank you. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Specifically within Imo State, led by Ability, a South Africa returnee. Ability will give us a very quick insight into some of their operations.
My name na Udodiri Bright Chikezie. I'm from Osuachara Autonomous Community in Ishialamba local government, Imo State. Imo State. I started kidnapping in the year 2018. I started kidnapping in the year 2018. After we do some kidnap, problem occur during 2019. They arrest some of my gang members, and I can't run, go Togo, go stay for since that 2019 April. I did Togo. Can't come back this 2018 June before police IRT can arrest me. This 2020 they arrest me. About 10 kidnapping.
How many people have died from your operation?
In the operation we do, 4 people don't die inside the 10 kidnapping we do.
And these 4 people that died, who and who killed the 4 people?
Michael killed one.
Yes.
I killed one. Ugonna killed one.
Yes.
And the other one sick die.
The other one sick.
Die. So,
Where they were on Africa?
yes, sir.
How you kill the person where you kill?
The one I killed, and when we block him with the motor, we tell him to come down from the motor. He no agree, we can't drag the door open. As he come down, he come to ask us who will be, we tell him say we be kidnapper. He say make him follow us, make him enter our motor, he no agree. So as we dey drag with him now to enter the motor with us, my gun come shoot, touch him, he die. The woman, now Ugonna operate a key that woman. Ugonna where they for Kuje prison now. Now kill the woman.
So some of your gang members are currently in Kuje prison.
Yes, sir.
How much have you made from them?
Some would collect 2 million, some 1.8, some 800, some 600, some 3 million.
How much you don't make?
I don't make 5 to 6 million inside. Waiting I use the money do. I been get house why they build when I did South Africa. I been get house why they build when I did South Africa. He remained to roof farm. So as I come, one of my friends introduced me to kidnapping. So he carry me along. Now so I take roof and complete the house. And I buy one other motor. Lexus Jeep. I get wife and two pikin. My Michael. Michael. I don't know that one. If you tell me, say na Benza.
It's all right.
All right, thank you. Please get me the people with Jama.
Take them back.
Fast, the raid.
They don't come first. That's all right. Oh, yeah.
So, the Sebo, this particular gang is led by Yakubu Hayatu. Yakubu Hayatu is from Borno State. And the gang confesses that they have stolen over 30 different cars with the aid of these instruments. The Jama was given to them by one Malam Garuba, a citizen of Niger Republic, and his contractual agreement with them is that every single car they steal, they move the car to the border point and hand the car over to him. And that's the way they've been interacting. 18 of these cars have so far been recovered by operatives from IRT. Yakubu will speak to you very briefly.
I'm from Borno State. I'm 30 years old. My name is Yakuba Hayatu. I'm from Borno State. I'm 30 years old. I'm a driver to one Alaji Garba, which is living in Niger Republic. That if those gangs have snatched such of a car, they used to handle it to me, and I'm using German devices to switch off the car services, and I will take it to Katsina State border and handle over to Alaji Garba. That's it.
How many cars have your people taken so far?
There are almost 30 cars.
How do you gain access to the cars? How do you break into them?
The boys are snatch the car and handle it to me. I'm only drive it, take it to border, handle it to him. He will buy some 800,000, 1,500,000, depends on the cars.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
It's one Malangarba. They are here. Thank you. Malangarba, Abba, Yusuf Adamu, and the remaining squad. Thank you. This is the anti-tracking devices. Is the anti-tracking devices. Alaji Garba. Alaji Garba. To use it and switch car services tracking devices. That's it.
All right, all of you remove your mask. All right, everybody stand up. Okay, thank you, thank you. Oh yeah. What's the name of this guy? Is a member of a kidnapping syndicate, and Musa essentially is the one that takes charge of all the hostages. And whenever any of them fails to cooperate, it is his responsibility to kill them or to kill the person. Musa will talk to us very briefly.
Sunana Musa Umar, shekara na kuma 25, kuma inda nake Marebar Rido. Sana'a na kiwo ne da noma. Sunana Musa Umar. Ni daga Marebar Rido.
Okay, his name is Musa Umar from Marebar Rido in Kaduna State. Kai mene sana'anka?
Sana'a na kiwo da noma, sai kuma wannan aiki wanda na yi na kinafi.
Okay, I should use this one.
Yeah. You let your own be on.
Me sunanka?
Sunana Musa Umar,
Shekarunka na?
25.
Kai daga ina ne?
Ni daga Marebar Rido.
Okay, his name is Musa Umar. He's 25 years old. He's from Marebar Rido in Kaduna State. Me sana'anka?
Sana'a na kiwo da noma, sai wannan kuma kinafi wanda muka yi.
Okay, he said he's into cattle rearing, farming, and then kidnapping. Kaman kidnapping guda nawa kuka yi?
So biyu ne kawai na yi.
Sauran kuma kana me ma kidnappers din?
Dai su ajiye ni wai su ce wai duk wanda wai ba su zo ba, ai duk wanda su kawo kuɗi ba wayan kashe su.
Okay, mutane nawa ka kashe?
Mutane wanda na kashe ni dai guda 5 ne kawai.
Okay, he said he's into kidnapping, and then sometimes he also keep victims for kidnappers. That so far he has killed only 5 people only. Mutane 5 da ka kashe nan maza ne ko da mata duka ko ya suke?
Da maza da mata, mata 2 maza 3.
Okay, he said he has killed 3 men and 2 women so far. A ina ka kashe su a dajin ina?
Katsina.
So all the victims he has killed are from Katsina State. Wannan sana'an kana yin shi kamar shekara nawa kake yin wannan kidnapping din nan da sauransu?
Wannan tun da na yi shi gaskiya za a samu wajen shekara 3. Wajen shekara 3.
Okay. He said for about 3 years now. Su mutane ka kashe me da me sunayen su?
Ibrahim, Muhammadu, Hanza, Aliyu, sai Aisha sai Zainab.
Okay, he said Ibrahim, Aliyu, da waye kuma? Hamza, da Aisha, and Zainab. These are the 5 people that he has personally killed by himself. Dan me ka kashe su?
Don oga ya sa ni ne, ni kuma ba na iya yi, dole ne ya zama mu, ya ce wai in ban yi ba ni ma zai mun. Wai don ba su kawo kuɗi ba.
Okay, that they didn't pay ransom. That is why his boss ordered him to kill them. So, da me kake kashe su mutanen?
Da adda ne. Da adda.
Okay, he uses cutlasses to kill the victims. Yanzu ka ji daɗin abin da kai nan yana da kyau?
Ni ma tun daga nan na tuba wajen Allah, tun daga nan wajen samu shekara 3 ban sake yi ba.
Okay, me shawaranka da wayansu criminals da suke wannan abun yanzu?
Yanzu ina neman tuba ne daga yau na bari.
Me shawaranka da wayansu kuma barayin da suke wannan abun har yanzu?
Tsakanina da su yanzu kawai zan sa hannu kawai a kama su.
Okay, that he regretted all that he has did and he has been praying for God for forgiveness, all that he has done. Huh?